Welcome back to the channel, folks. Jumping right into some action here. Since we got the reset going on, jumping back into the Hall of Conquerors and see what we can do to take on this shark again, a Megalon. So I made quite a few gear changes. Again, I'm not swapping out, trying to put my best gear on every single champion because to me that just takes too much time and I gotta track who's doing what. But I did make some modifications, and the only sad part is I've been only able so far to squeeze out one more heart, because going from that, which we'll see here in a minute, the damage required to go from the one heart to the next one that I'm getting, and then even to get to the one past that is a lot more damage that's required. And I'm really limited mainly on the chivalries that I have for my champions here. But I am using a pretty standard team here. We'll go over all their equipment builds and all that stuff here in a minute. But there is quite a bit of RNG with this boss as well. But I am landing some pretty required debuffs with the attack speed down and just attack overall down, which is definitely needed because I don't have a true healer on this team. Just using Revenant Merlin for her debuff that she puts up that allows the attackers to heal themselves. But we'll see here in just a minute. Probably won't break the record is my guess. With my record being 42, spoiler alert. But just trying to get that next heart, it's just been tough. I've run this through a bunch of times. I was able to get one more heart out of this so far, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, it looks like we're just shy of beating that record. So now looking at the team that we're working with here, have Revenant Merlin rather, and the leap to take advantage of that attack speed, which is definitely needed. And we'll go through and look at the skill order set first, and then we'll jump in and see the gear that I'm rocking. Now I have gone through and tried multiple rotations of swapping out or changing out the gear, or not the gear order, but the skill order here, and try to maximize it. And what I found out is basically what I had originally for the skill order set has been best. So using the A3 and A2 between Revenant Merlin for those buffs, and again, I want to get that, what's it called? The wing beats or whatever, storm calling wing beats, to be able to get that heal based off of that attack. And then I am using the A1 occasionally here with Lucius to try to get that defense down, because I don't really have anyone bringing defense down on this team, which would really help. And then just going back and forth between his A3 and his A2, because of when those poles come up, you want to knock down his barrier first, but then you also want to make sure you want to take those poles out as fast as possible as well, to try to maximize your damage. And then solely going, mainly using the A2, and then going back and forth with the A3 as well. And again, just trying to get that attack speed down and attack down. And then just trying to maximize the shield, not the chivalries, but the vigor that I have for the team here. And then going back and forth between the A3 and A2 here for Aqua Guinevere. Again, I want to make sure I use the A2 for the attacking all the enemies because of those poles that come up. So that's what I got for the skill order set. So we'll jump over here real quick and then we'll check out what we got them geared out in. And Revenant Merlin will check out her total stats. Attack speed 251, so she is pretty fast. But again, HP 30,000 plus, I would recommend having pretty good HP on her. Again, she's not here for damage, she's here for the buffs that she puts up, and then also applying that debuff so the other characters can heal themselves. I do have her effect accuracy is pretty low. However, she is landing that pretty frequently, and I'm able to survive on most of the runs all the way through the 200 turns. But I would say if you're having issues with maybe just some RNG, I might even benefit myself from adding a little bit more effect accuracy for her. But again, if your team's surviving, then you're probably doing okay. But right, since he's not here for damage, I do have her in a vigor set. And one of the things I did change up is put her in this disaster set. One, because of 51 speed is pretty good for a ring here. but also this 2-set piece, one of the newer ones that came out, of after using a skill, 18% chance to charge this hero's attack gauge by 100%. Cooldown 2 turns, it does not stack. However, I want to try to give her as much opportunity to land that wing calling or wing beats, whatever it is, to try to provide that healing from my other characters. Jumping over at Lucius real quick, we'll look at his total stats. I do have him at 5,500 attack, which I think he might have a little bit more than Aqua Guinevere. Attack speed 224. I did slow him down to try to get attack percentage on the ring, just to try to maximize damage. And that did allow me to get that additional heart on this go around. But again, I would like to have that attack even higher, but just kind of just stuck with the gear that I have and the lack of chivalries that I don't have on these champions, right? So I did swap out trying to put him in a disaster set to see maybe just getting him some more turns can provide some more damage, but not so much. So I didn't have to go back and put him in a critical set because of the damage he was doing when he wasn't critting a lot, then he's not doing nowhere near the amount of damage, right? But I did switch him out. Defense, what in the world? Looks like I actually got him in the wrong ring. Oh my word. Never mind, what am I thinking? Defense? Oh, I'm crazy. I scrolled down, I was about to say. Anyways, so I did have him in attack percentage ring versus an attack speed, which I had previously, again, trying to maximize that damage. And I did have a double roll on speed, which was nice. But again, for these other substats, I'd like to have more crit rate and more crit damage. But again, I didn't want to take the risk of losing an attack speed since I took him out of that attack speed ring. And then like some of this, I would like to have 6 stars across the board, just to try to help with more damage and better rolls. But I did have a double roll on the attack speed on this as well. So again, just kind of using the best I have on the account. But, I don't have them high chivalry. So if I had them already maxed out, these barriers, extra attack, extra survivability, even more attack and hit accuracy, some more survivability. So I'm really missing out on a lot of survivability and about, 20% attack that could be added if I had higher chivalries on this champion. Jumping over, looking at Valley here. Again, she is not here for damage. She is here for the co-op attack, obviously. And I have her effect accuracy pretty high because I want to make sure I'm landing her debuffs, but I also use her in the arena as well. And I don't have the equipment to have a set 1 and a set 2, right? One for PvE and one for PvP. But again, she's not here for damage, so I do have her pretty fast and her HP pretty high, so I want to make sure she's trying to cycle through to her abilities to reset that cooldown for that co-op attack. Now, one of the things that I did do as well is I did change her over to a vitality set here, which is a 100% chance to trigger when using skill 3. Grants all allies damage dealt plus 10%. For 2 turns, cannot stack. So that I think that's also helping as well. And I have, I might go through and try to cycle through her A3s more and see if that does any better. But I also tried that, but again, with the RNG involved, I just wasn't hitting that 42 or even higher. But that's something I'll probably go back and try again to see if maybe I can maximize that there. But also having a vigor set, right, because she's not here for damage. But I do have an attack speed ring just to make sure, try to make her faster. Again, to try to go through those co-op attacks. And I do have her in a strife set on her accessories here because of, like I said, I do use her in arena because she is a big counter for the Ains and then Brennans out there, right, with that buff explosion. And the last but not least is Aqua Guinevere here. As you see, I have her Ascension and also a critical set because of I needed her to crit to provide more damage. Now I do have her an attack speed ring. Unfortunately, I don't have another attack percentage Ascension ring or a critical attack percentage ring to try to swap out with. Although I have dumped plenty of energy between the equipment dungeons, between Padarj and the others as well, to try to get those, and also gear crafting as well. Just not having any luck at the moment. But that's something else I'd like to try to do, is swap that out for an attack percentage ring to maximize that damage. And because she's also low chivalry, I don't have all of the survivability with her as well. And that's causing me her to typically be the one that died first. So last go around, I did change her over to this Fortitude set because of that 3 hits giving that 40% HP recovery. And that has come in handy. Now granted, it's only 1 use, but by doing so, she has died a lot less while running these runs. And again, I've probably run through this 20 times at least since the recent reset, just to try to, maximize the hearts I can get. But looking at her total stats, so he is 5,300, so a couple hundred less than Lucius there. And she is faster than him because of having that attack speed on the ring versus the attack percentage. But her crit rate, I would like to have both their crit rates up higher, just to try to take advantage of that. And again, not really caring about effect accuracy for her. Because between her and Revenant Merlin, they also bring hit accuracy buffs, so I'm not worried about that as well. So there's a couple more things I want to keep trying, but I just want to get a video out to you guys. I haven't done one in a while, and just to try to show you that, hey, that 1 heart could make a difference when it comes to the reset or where you fall in that ranking order. But again, my main thing is I'm not trying to compare my account to another one. I'm just trying to see what I can do without spending, money on this, because I have spent low money on this game to try to maximize what I can do. That being said, since we do have the reset, I was able to get quite a bit of goodies from clearing the Hollow Conquerors and stuff. So we'll go in and we'll look at doing some special summons here. So have 35, but have enough crystals here. So I will make this an even 40. Again, we are not guaranteed to hit anything because we did recently reset. But hey, why not try, right? So we'll go through and do a few 10 pops. Hopefully we'll get lucky. Come on, let's get that flex. Oh, man. Was not expecting that. 1 legendary, 2 rares. Not bad, not bad. Let's see who we get. Sweet Tongue always bears thorns inside of it. Nice. Got another Valor Silver here, which would definitely help out. Of the people that have my wish list now, I would say he's probably the one that I'd like more, other than Arthur, trying to maximize his damage. Hey, even though we just reset again, why not go and pull what we got? Can we get lucky and get a back-to-back here? Nope. That's all right. Can't be too upset. Ooh, 1 rare on that pull. Guess we're kind of paying for getting that Valor before, right? So we're going to do 2 more pops here. Again, not expecting to get lucky, but hey, we'll take it. Oh, thought I saw it lay there real quick, looking for that flex. Not 2 rares on that one, not too bad. Again, I'll take all I can get to also build up or to sell these shards in the shop. Come on, last 10 pop here. Oh, nothing. That's all right. 2 rares on that one, not too bad. So, I do have some flame relics. I think that's all that I have. But we'll go and do a normal 10 pop here to see if maybe we'll get lucky. Get a couple rares maybe for the shard shop, and oh, sorry, hit skip too fast. Only got the 1 rare there. For the flame relic, I would love to have Ains or Brennan's flame relic, and we are hitting our mercy on this pool, so we are guaranteed a legendary character. But again, there's no wish list for these. That would be nice if they did, but I digress. Like I said, we know we're getting lucky. What the champion actually want, or need rather. Let's see if we got. Trying to build the anticipation for myself. Nice Cormac. And I have another Vivian's. So I already have, of course, her flame relic is what she comes with, but I don't have her frost relic, which I would like to also have. But she does do a little bit of damage when she does some of her moves, especially because I'm using her for flaming Gorgos when that comes around for Hollow Conqueror. So She does do a little bit of damage, and at the end of the day, in these longer fights, it does add up quite a bit. But at least we got lucky with the one pull with Valor here. So let's jump over here and let's see what we get. Nice, an additional 10% attack and 10 attack speed. So since we're adding this to her, hey, that may help me get to that 43 hearts. What I'll do is before I upload this, I'll actually go back through and run this again, and I'll do a little quick update right at the end to see if I get lucky. But that's all I have for you guys today, and I appreciate you stopping by, especially if you stay to the end of the video. And as always, thanks.